My name is Ed Scott. All my life, I've felt a connection to the Native American culture. And I don't know anything about my ancestry. I was adopted. So, I've decided to go on this journey to see if I can't find out why I feel such a connection to the Native American culture. This is my Generations project.
Let the word go forth from this time and place that the torch has been passed to a new generation.
I really never thought that finding out about your ancestry could change you the way it's changed me.
I was adopted when I was, just a baby, so I didn't know where my original birth parents, what they were, where they came from, or anything about them. First thing a lot of people will say is, "Are you an Indian? Are you Native American?" And I'll go, "Well, yeah, I believe so."
Whenever we go anywhere, people say, "What tribe are you?" It never dawned on me that he would be anything but Native American. He looks Native American.
Earlier I took a DNA test and I got the results back, and they were confusing because it basically says that, well, you don't have any Native American in you. Why I'm going on this journey is I want to know where this Native Americanness is coming from, where I feel this, where I live this, where I feel so connected. I want to know where that's coming from. Now we're going to the Sorensen lab and hopefully sit down with somebody who can give me some answers. I have some questions for you. You ready? You got answers?
I hope I have answers. I hope I have all the right answers.
You got a place we can sit down?
Yeah, why don't we walk back to our boardroom back here and we'll
all right.
Sit down and talk.
I have this information here that I got from the other testing center, and I need more information because I don't know. I feel like that I'm Native American.
I've looked a little bit into their technology, and they're not as strong as we think they ought to be. We developed a lot of new tests to be able to help people answer questions about their genealogy. And so all we need to do is get a DNA sample from you, which is very simple, cheek swab.
Okay. We
can start to fill in some of these pieces of the puzzle to kind of put things together in perspective of who you are, where you came from.
Hey, I appreciate your help.
Great, thank you.
It'll be interesting to see what you actually found.
Well, we look forward to getting you test results very soon.
We did the test, so I'm, pretty excited about that. Except you have to wait 14 days to get the results back, but I guess anything's worth having is worth waiting for. So we just have to wait and see what it says. Right now, we're on our way to see a specialist that helps people like me that are adopted. Her name's Deanne. The information is there. It's just you don't know where to look. Maybe she can help me with a game plan. Ed Scott, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What you need to know is you need to know what state your adoption was finalized in and what district court. In those papers, there is the first part of it says a petition. Okay, what do you want to do? Well, your petition is to open your birth records. So then you have a motion to open those birth records. But Ed, that's where you start.
Do you have a guess? What do you think?
Oh, I'll tell you, Ed, if you don't have some Native American blood in you, I'll eat my big toe. I gotta be honest with you.
Yes, I was wondering if somebody could answer a few questions on adoption records. Okay. I've tried to follow the steps that Deanne gave me. I've went to the courthouse. I was fortunate enough to get the records.
So where's the
There's a paper missing.
release paper with the mother's name? Is there anything else? It's not there. There's something missing.
They tell me that all my records, paper and on microfilm, had been destroyed, which was a real downer. there's still some things I could do. So I go up to Family Services because I had made the request for the other non-identifying information. And it has a little bit of information about the birth mother. It says she was Caucasian with English and Pennsylvania Dutch ancestry. And then on the father's side, he was Caucasian. It says he was Scottish and Irish. Wow, I don't look like any of them people.
I feel kind of like we get so excited about something and then it's not there. Oh. Honey, wait.
What's this? My original birth certificate. My full maiden name is Dolores Gibson.
Gibson.
Okay, this is a big piece now that I put it to rest, you know.
You need a name. You need a name.
Just have a name. And that might be good enough here with this. It still doesn't answer my question, but man, this is a huge part now. So now we can go figure this one out. We should go to the internet right away.
Okay, go Dolores Gibson, 1928. That'd be the year 28.
Obits. Let me look at this obituary, because here it is.
Dolores Gibson.
Yeah, let me look at that.
It's an obituary.
We found an obituary, found out that she's dead, and there's some siblings that are still alive, and they live fairly close. What do you say to somebody that...
I don't know.
I mean, hey sis, you know, long lost brother here, you know.
That sounds good.
Yeah, will you call?
No.
Oh, I don't know what to say. I'm gonna really mess this up, okay?
No, you're not. I think you're gonna do well.
Hello.
Hello, is Denise home?
Yes, this is her.
Denise, my name's Ed Scott, and I was adopted, and so I've been searching for relatives.
I've been looking for you for the past 20 years.
Well,
I prayed to God that I would find you or you would find me.
my hopes is that this journey is going to provide me with an answer. I'm excited to see what she has to offer and what she has, and I just want to know more about her. Wondering, you know, is this going to change things? Is this going to change who I am, the way I feel, and what I do, and how I look at life? I'm excited. I'm really excited to go. You always want to know everything. Where did she come from? Who was she? How did she feel? Hello.
Hi.
How are you? Are you Denise?
I am.
I'm Ed.
You're my brother.
You think?
There's no question about it.
Well,
Come on in.
okay.
My home's your home.
All right.
Dad got into a fight with a couple of guys and they had knives. And Dad took the knife away from one of the guys. So he ended up stabbing this guy, and unfortunately Dad went to jail for almost a year. Well, Mother found out she was pregnant after he was incarcerated. After he got out of jail, that's when he found out that Mother had given you up.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, when you think about that, you know, she probably gave me a great gift at that time.
I think, you know
because,
what?
and that's the way I feel, is I've had a good life. She showed me a picture of the old house where they grew up and everything. So I thought it'd be really fun to, you know, I had a lot of curiosity. I'd like to go see the house if it's still there. So this was where my birth mother lived, though, was born, right?
Yes.
She just happened to have had some old film, and it was on DVD. So we actually got to see the family.
That's Mother. She's in the kitchen preparing dinner. Okay, there's Carolyn, Marilyn, and Nancy Ann.
Now these are the other sisters, right?
Right.
Okay. The reason that I'm doing this is I'm really interested to know if there's any Native American in my ancestry.
Yes, we do have Native American in our family. We are Native American through our mother's mother, which is our grandmother. Her name is Jane May Shoup. She is full-blood American Navajo.
So my grandmother was full-blooded Navajo. See, that's an important piece for me, because I wondered in my biological side if there was any Native American. I was wondering what my father's side was.
He is Scottish.
My biological father was Scottish.
He is Scottish. I'm Scottish. You're Scottish.
Okay.
We're Scottish.
Maybe a little bit. When I was talking to Denise, I found out that my grandmother was Navajo. And so this gives me some insight as to maybe why I feel such a connection to the Native American culture. So that made me feel really good. It was a huge piece of what I'm looking for that brings me back exactly to why I'm doing this in the beginning. And I want to know more about it now. We're driving up the canyon to meet with a family genealogist who has information about the origins of my grandmother and her Native American ties.
Well, I know a lot of family tradition, and I have a lot of family records. We called your grandma Aunt Jen.
Okay.
And she's my grandpa's sister.
Oh. Well, I've always felt like that I was Native American, but I don't know. So my grandmother was full-blooded Navajo. See, that's an important piece for me.
The family tradition that we have of Native American in this family is Harriet Callista Alwilda Andrews is the daughter of Keturah Eliza Button. And I was always told that Keturah was Native American. But as I did the research, I have found records of a Keturah that would fit here. That's possibly the first Native American in our family.
Okay.
But that removes it quite a bit farther than your grandmother.
Okay, and that was the one that, you know, I was told was Native American. And your records, or what your research has shown you, is that it's a couple of 3 generations
Farther back.
Farther back.
In our family, we have known that Uncle Alf was not Dolores's biological father.
Oh. Okay, so let me get this straight. I have on the maternal side, maybe 3 or 4 generations back, some Native American.
That's
and now
correct.
I still don't know, okay, on this paternal side, whether...
We don't know who Dolores's father is. I don't know who it is.
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't know who.
The way I feel right now is... I don't know. It's like, okay, here we go. I'm on this trip. I've learned all these things, and I get excited, real excited about something, and all of a sudden, there's another hole. I was taken back a little bit when I found out that my biological father was Scottish. I would like to see just how Scottish is, and where they came from, and what they went through and endured.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm
Scott. How
Ed,
are you?
Dan Stewart.
Oh, nice to meet
Of
you.
the Utah Scottish Association. On behalf of the association, we've come here today to share some information about your heritage.
Well, I just found out that I don't know anything about it.
Well, wonderful. We've come prepared to share that kind of information with you.
Oh, great.
In fact, if you'll come with me,
All right.
We'll be happy to share that with you now.
Okay. A little bit nervous. I don't know much about it.
Well.
Thank you. Welcome. Well, see?
Felcha is Gaelic for welcome. So
What is?
Felcha.
Oh.
So
I have to learn a new language.
there you go. We'd love to have you join us in this attire. And I'd like to give you a few minutes to get into that. Be happy to help you. Being a Scotsman, you need to dress like one.
I have okay. It's going to be odd, I think.
Well, the first time is a little different.
It's a little different, huh?
But it'll grow on you.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
So we're going to take leave of all of you for a few minutes here and get Ed properly attired.
Wow, man.
Okay? All right.
Okay. You guys out now, you go outside, man. It's gonna be cold. Wanted to show me the bagpipes. I got an opportunity to hold one and try to make it play. By the time I got through blowing it up and trying to make it work and getting one squeak out of it, I was almost on the verge of passing out.
We wanted to share your Scottish ancestry with you, and it turns out, lucky you, you have Scottish ancestry on both sides of your family.
Oh, wow.
Your father is a McClendon, and your mother was in the Gibson family. This would be your father's line here. These names here, as you can see from closer inspection, are all Scottish names. So many generations back.
There's no doubt.
No doubt. Right. These are the names, the dates, the places, and you can see where all these folks were born and where they died and so forth.
I was able to see my family tree and learned that the Gibsons, as well as the McClendons, were both Scottish. I don't know who would have thought that. Who would have thought my journey would have taken me here? If I have this rich history on this side, rich history on the other side, I'm very fortunate. When I went to this Scottish reception, it was a shock. I found out more about my biological side, and wearing the kilt and all of the apparel that goes along with it. I can't remember the names of it. It was so fast, but after wearing it and standing in the shoes and feeling, what it felt like to be that culture, meant a lot to me. The further I get into this, the more fortunate I feel, because it is part of who I am. So, I have a really great and strong history on the Scottish side, but it still doesn't address the core of the why that I've been, searching for. So, my why is, why do I feel that I am Native American? Okay, right now we're going to go over and we're going to talk to a medicine man, and one of the things that I was hoping for is when I meet the medicine man that maybe he'll be able to explain some of my feelings. Well, I've always felt like that I was Native American, but I don't know.
There's an author who wrote, every person, no matter who, what, where you're from, doesn't matter. Everyone has a hole in their soul that needs to be filled. Some people look towards religion. Some people look towards family. Some people look towards music, whatever it is, we're all looking for something that we can relate to. Whether if it shows that you are or are not an Indian, you know, it's something that you can feel inside and that you've related to your whole life, and something that you've used to become a better person.
I don't know about the whole, but I've always felt that way, so.
My great-grandma, who I grew up with, she used to say, yeah, there's people who have what we call an Indian heart. You know, they understand all these philosophies. They understand all these different things. Just that understanding between this connection between this part and this part in the center. Because we believe this is our center. Our heart is our center. I know a lot of times, and I've come across this situation, a lot of times people feel kind of confused. They feel kind of, well, what do I do now? You know? And so I wanted to give you a couple gifts, maybe hold just a little ceremony with you and for you. And maybe teach you some things to further your identity as it is. Okay. So I was gonna try to light up my sage and clean off you as a person, but also clean away some of the disappointments, if you have any, you know, clean away some of the misunderstandings, these kinds of things, help give you a clear sight into what's going on. You know, my nephew and I both support you as a person. You know, even though you're not Native in color, you know, you have some of those feelings inside, and that's what's important.
It's been a really long journey, and I've brought out emotions that I tried to suppress. I still want to see a DNA test, so it isn't over yet. There's still something out there that I can find and discover. And maybe I'm still a little apprehensive, because how am I going to feel when that test comes back? Today's the day that we're going to go out and get everybody together and get something to eat and tell them a little bit about the journey. Tell them where we have been and why we went on it and what we found out while we was along the way.
He's going to share everything that he's learned over this whole time now. I know little pieces of it, but I don't know the end. I don't know how it all ties together, so I'm really excited. I can't wait.
I think he is Native American. He's lived his entire life as though he is Native American. His religion and the things he believes in.
I think he is.
I think he's got a portion. I don't know if he's got as much as he thinks, but I hope he does.
I do not know if he is. Who knows? He could just be a mixed bag of surprises.
Hi, guys. Okay. First of all, I don't have any biological proof that there's any Indian in me. And so I went and had a DNA test. So, this is the answer.
Open that puppy up.
Yeah, let's see what we got here. Okay, this is going to tell me if I have any Native American in me at all. And it says that representing the Indigenous America population with a calculated value of 24. So that means that there is Indian. I'm a quarter Indian. As we've gone through this and come on the ups and the downs and the ups and the downs, and I've gone to bed at night, you know, kind of asking, is this going to change things? Is this going to change who I am, you know, the way I feel and what I do? And no, it really hasn't changed me. At the very end of the day, I'm still a Native American. I'm still me. Now I can say that genetically, I am 1/4 Indian. But I'm 100%